Howdy ho, folks. We have had a dev stream, big dev stream, with a lot of news. And I'm gonna sort of like go through them, cover all of them in an abridged version, focus on the most important parts and skipping the parts that are not important. One thing that I'm gonna pop off like right away, that people should be aware of, is that as part of this dev stream, and something they sort of tossed out after that, is that we have a double affinity weekend, which means you will get double EXP for everything you do. It's not gonna last for that much longer, so you should take advantage of it. And as always, with these kind of like event boosters, is, as you can see, I also have a 3-day affinity booster that I've gotten in addition to this event affinity booster, because they stack, which means that now I have 2 affinity boosters that are both working simultaneously, which means I get double affinity, and then I get double affinity on top of that, which means I actually get quadruple affinity. So that's something you can do if you feel like you want to spend this weekend leveling things up. By the time this video comes out, you'll probably like have another 24 hours or so of this. It's a very nice way of just very quickly, rapidly leveling things up with quadruple experience. So if that's something you're into, you should do that. Now, let's dive into the dev stream and all of the things they talked about, like all of the things they announced that's going to be coming in the coming weeks, which is very exciting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 7th home dev stream. We have quite the hour for you today, and we're so glad you could be here for this. We did indeed hit our $50,000 goal. We've done $50,000 of donations as a community, which is insane.
That's crazy.
It is, and now we are at the point where we'll be doing a $75,000 donation goal for the campaign for the rest of October, and that Conquera glyph could be yours on all platforms if we hit that. So you already have the Syandana, as you can see.
So that's pretty cool, and it's for a good cause as well. The way you do it is very simple. How you get this: you go to your market, you access it. It's going to be right here on the front page. All you got to do is scroll down to the bottom, and boom, here it is. You can buy this for 10 credits, which is a steal. If you are a new player, and you probably don't have a lot of like sort of cosmetics or armor or stuff like that, this is nice, very easily attainable. One thing to note about this Syandana, you should obviously still get it because it's neat, is that it is pink. It is for cancer research, that it's for the cause. So as you can see here, no matter how much you try to sort of like change the color scheme of this Syandana, you cannot. It is pink because it is for cancer research. It is for a good cause. You should go and pick it up, and you should display it proudly on your Warframe. And hey, maybe you're just like a guy or gal who likes pink things and who like to deck yourself out in pink stuff, in which case this is the Syandana for you. So go and grab that. Just go and grab that. It's good for you.
Last night we alluded to the fact that one of the Intrati are a huge fan of what actually is the original Halloween celebration in the Warframe world, which is Nabarus. And we're going to show you a little bit about the Knights of Nabarus seasonal event that's launching on all platforms next week. So this is something that all platforms will be able to access. It's a store-based event, so I'll walk you through what that looks like and what you can learn about the Intrati tradition of Nabarus. Daughter will have a series of Nabarus rewards for all of you, Tenno, out there starting next week, ranging from some new cosmetics to some prior event items that are more infested themes. So if you missed out on the Nabarus ephemera, you can get the blueprint. If you want to get 2 new Day of the Dead skins, you can grab them here. There are some Plague Star items. There's new glyphs. There's a new color picker, which you kind of can see. We're in the way here. I got to move us. And then there's a sigil, and there's 2 items that are super. Yes. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can just move us here. But actually, you know what? I'll just show you. We have a Day of the Dead Void Rig skin, which I will take you all through. And there is a Whispering Nabarus mobile.
So looking at this and just watching Rebecca hovering over the different rewards, it appears that all of these rewards are going to be attained by getting mother tokens. Mother tokens are acquired by running bounties on Heart of Deimos. It doesn't matter which tier you're running. If you're running like the low tier, the levels 10 to 15, up to levels 40 to 60, you will be getting mother tokens simply by doing bounties. And that seems to be what you need to purchase everything in the store. What's interesting here is like you see some of like the Plague Kiwar, Plague Bokwin stuff. This is, or the Plague Kripath. These are saw attachments, or like just for building a saw, that you normally get from Operation Plague Star. And they have talked about like sort of phasing out Operation Plague Star and putting those rewards somewhere else instead. So this appears to sort of be that thing. So you can get the rewards that you would normally get for Operation Plague Star here from this event instead. There's also like some pretty nifty Day of the Dead skins. A lot of people like running the Gram, and the Bosmu is a pretty popular rifle as well, so you get some cool skins for those. You get a color palette, which is always nice for new players, as something you can just, purchase from an event. Definitely should grab that one. And let's take a look then at the more sort of special event-specific items that they have that Reb is going to showcase.
So what we'll do then is we'll first give you a little sneak peek of the Day of the Dead Voidrig skin. If you want skulls on your skulls, so if the skeleton head wasn't enough, you can now also have the
awesome.
Yeah.
That's the metal skin. Yeah. I love it.
I think I like that too much, actually.
Yeah. Me too. That's amazing.
That is way too cool.
Yeah.
Even with those terrible color choices.
I'm hitting random. This is the algorithm's fault. This is not me.
It knows you want purple. It knows it, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
There you go.
That's cool.
Now, Steve, I don't want to spoil anything. As you kind of implied, there was a story of sorts associated with it. So
do you have it on your ship?
I do, and I just want to show players how to use it. So for me, I put my little campfire story in my little operator headquarters, and I'm going to really quickly, and then I'm going to
Well,
I don't.
Careful now.
Maybe I won't. No,
don't do it. This is what you're gonna get. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Already, right?
Yeah. So you can listen closely. We'll share a little screenshot of what that will look like for you after the show. But you're really going to want to take a seat. Someone will be telling you indeed the origin tale of Nabarus. You can take a look at what the tale might be. Really, really fun little story for all you Tenno out there. So make sure you grab that item. All right. I want to take everyone through a much anticipated piece of customization that the community's been asking for quite some time. And in a simple screenshot, customizable UI colors. We are really going for, whether you want to do a Grenier theme, if you want to do a neon pink theme, maybe.
Oh.
Megan, if you're watching, there's this beautiful neon theme as well. This is a preset. But there's also going to be a considerable amount of presets related to color blindness. So I'm just going to give you guys an example of some of the ones the teams have built out from just a general customization point of view and what it will impact. And then I wanted to show you that in the context of just some simulations we ran for color blindness, whether you are looking for different, I believe, I don't know how to pronounce this too well, but deuteranopia or protanopia or, oops, I went way too fast to that, but tritanopia. There are going to be some presets for you to click through. So just
that's really cool.
Now the sort of, accessibility options and stuff for colorblind people, very cool. Very cool. I like that they're doing stuff like that. I like that Warframe is a game that's sort of on the forefront of issues like this. Don't have a whole lot of comment about that. I just think it's a good update, and I think it's neat that they're bringing more people in and making the game more accessible for more people. Let's dive into something that I find kind of fascinating or kind of cool, which is the upcoming next Warframe. They have released the name of this Warframe and a bit more like details. So let's go and check out what's coming up next.
All you folks that have always wanted to play that Alchemist style gameplay, you can now look forward to playing with the brand newly named Warframe, who will be Alchemist themed, and that is Lavos. So Lavos is coming later this year. Lavos will be thematically based around alchemy. We will be doing some gameplay in a future dev stream, not today, but so from an art point, this was Nikita that made this, correct, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right.
And
Started out in Tenno Gen.
oh yeah, yeah,
Rockstar DE.
Looks amazing.
pretty awesome. So animation-wise, what are you guys going for in terms of personality for animations and such?
The cool thing, I don't know if you can tell, but the coils around the arm, they're kind of they're set up to be snakes. So he kind of interacts with his arm snakes, I guess, during his idle set. So it's all in the works right now.
Oh my god! Yeah, that is the detail. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes, very, very, very exciting. So Lavos will be coming as another Warframe released in 2020. So get ready, Tenno.
All right, so we don't know anything yet about how this Warframe is going to play or what it can do. But you know, let's get the speculation started and let's get the theory crafting and stuff started. What I can toss into the pile is my sort of theories about sort of just the theming and the naming and all of that stuff. I'm gonna guess that the name Lavos is a reference to Antoine Lavoisier, who is a French chemist from the era of like the French Revolution, and considered to be one of the fathers of modern chemistry. So I'm just gonna say that may be where the name comes from. And then the sort of cool thing about how he has these attachments on his chest that are actually sort of snakes that whip out on his arms, and he's gonna have that as part of his kit and like just, you know, use them in his abilities. That's neat. And you know, obviously your mind starts wandering toward the Ouroboros, the snake eating itself, which is, or has been for a long time, a symbol of alchemy. So it feels very thematically appropriate if you're gonna have like an alchemy warframe to actually incorporate snakes as part of like the aesthetics of that warframe. So this seems cool. I dig the aesthetics of it, and you know, we don't know anything more about him yet. We'll find out soon enough. It's the next Warframe coming to the game. But yeah, looking forward to that one.
You have to conclude Nightwave Series 3, Episode 5 later in October as well. And also later this year, we are looking to release a pretty comprehensive update to Deimos. So Deimos Arcana is the name of the next major update that will include a lot of good stuff and changes for the just the world of Deimos. We're going to be expanding on a lot, and you can see here that, of course, the second mech will be coming. Second mech who will have their exalted mech weapon. We also will have a, let me just make sure that I pulled the right asset up. This is just a screenshot of one of the new underground tiles coming as well. And just a quick list I wanted to go over with the community on what else is coming in 9.5 Deimos Arcana. We're going to have new subterranean bounties. So once you defeat a necromech, you can just activate the new underground bounties. No cooldowns, just visit Mother to activate. There's going to be larger subterranean areas to explore. There will, of course, be new lore and dialogue. There's going to be increased drop rates for Tier 1 and Tier 2 necromech mods. Necromechs, your own necromechs, can now go to rank 40, which will increase the mod capacity, leading you to be able to use all the slots. We will have more access to Scintillant, which means that we actually are refreshing them in a more easy to earn way. And then isolation bounties will no longer be tied to the worm cycle, which means that you'll be able to play the isolation vault bounties at your own pace instead of, you know, starting 5 minutes into Voam or whatnot. And the toxicity phase of that particular bounty in the isolation vault is reduced to 1 minute and 30 time from 3 minutes. So that's all coming in Deimos Arcana.
Okay, so these upgrades are all great. They're fantastic quality of life upgrades to the game. Specifically, the fact that Isolation vaults are no longer tied to the night and day cycles. People said from the start, like, there's no real reason why they should be. It just seems like a sort of a weird design choice to have it that way. So now you won't get the sort of bug that could happen before, which was that you start running isolation vaults, you want to run all 3, but you start too late in a cycle, so when you've done like 2 isolation vaults or something, it switches from Vohm to Fuzz, or from Fuzz to Vohm, and that sort of bugs out your progress, and you can't do the 3rd vault, and you have to sort of reset from the beginning. That's removed. Fantastic. I also like how the toxicity phase is cut down from 3 minutes to 1.5 minutes. And this is sort of they reverted this, because they previously had that section be shorter. They extended it and made it longer because they thought that like isolation vaults were too easy or something, and they wanted to add like another challenge. But in effect, the only thing they did was sort of add another layer of tedium to it. So they're reverting that and making it shorter again. I think everyone is happy about that. Making it so that you can get your Necromech up to rank 40, I kind of understand that. I saw a Reddit post about it, where a guy had actually formed every single mod slot in his Necromech. Here, I'll show you. There might be people out there who don't have a Necromech yet. Necromechs have a lot of mod slots. As you can see, more than a Warframe. A Necromech has, in fact, 12 mod slots, 4 times 3. So he had put Forma in every single slot, and he still found out that he did not have enough mod capacity to actually put mods in every slot. So maybe a bit of an oversight, who knows. But now they're going to make it so that if you do put in the effort and level up your Necromech to max level, well, I guess 12 times, right? So that you can put Forma in every single slot, then you will be able to actually fill it out with all of your mods as well. That's nice. That's nice, I guess, for all of you hardcore players out there. Which is kind of cool as well, because they're adding another Necromech, which means you gotta do that 2 times. Level up your Necromech 24 times in total. You can only use your Necromechs in open world. But they're going to change that. They've said that they're going to make it so that you can, in the future, you're going to be able to deploy your Necromech in all missions, not just open world missions. So that's going to make it a bit less of a drag to level up your Necromech. It's still going to take a while. But okay. Moving on.
We also have a whole bunch of weapons coming. We'll be bringing in the Infested Arm Gun is coming, is it not? And then we also have some new weapons. So we have some Infested...
I think it's too small and subtle. I think we need to make that Infested Arm larger.
Yeah, all right. We have Infested Nunchucks that are coming, and we have an Infested War Fan. So you can take a look at this, and then you can see its in-game model, of course, in the collapsed form, and in the...
Oh.
Yeah, looks pretty awesome.
Yep.
And
gross.
It is gross.
Yeah, that is really gross. Okay, good.
We also have a really cool new weapon coming. It's an Infested Beam Pistol. As you can see, it's pulsating in a way that perhaps makes you as uncomfortable as me. It has a very unique reload mechanic insofar that when it's out of its clip, it starts to pulsate more. You can actually throw it as a grenade when you've emptied the clip. So this is one of the first weapons that you can really coordinate your magazine emptying to magazine reloading. There's also a bow. Sorry for the little thing. An Infested Cernos style bow. Not the Mutalist Cernos, of course, but a new kind that actually has a tendril that will explode and grab enemies. So it'll grab an enemy and do a nasty little explosion. 5 new weapons and more coming with the Deimos Arcana update. So that'll be a pretty big one for those of you who want to learn a little bit more. New bounties, of course. Everything will be yours to discover when Deimos...
As long as this doesn't put us over mastery rank.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 29, I'm fine with that.
We are well past that, and that's a great thing to bring up, Steve. What timing?
Segue.
Good job, segue.
Was that
At
intentional?
30, it just uninstalls.
No.
You've had enough Warframe.
Thank you for playing Warframe.
Now, so I'm not really there yet. I'm at rank 29, like everyone. It's impossible to get higher than that right now. But as you can see, my progress bar is not really close to 30 yet. Now, I haven't grinded out everything just yet. I'm missing some syndicate weapons, I'm missing some amps, I'm missing some intrinsics. But I'm getting up there to, like, when I won't be able to level stuff up anymore. But as they add more and more weapons and equipment to the game, eventually people are going to be able to hit rank 30. And we're right at the precipice of that happening. The founders of the game, the people who were in it, like when it was back in beta, they got some founder-specific rewards, like Excalibur Prime. So they have a bit more affinity and are a bit further along that progress bar than anyone else is. And we are only, like, for them, we're only like 1 or 2 weapons away. We're like, if they add more weapons to the game, these guys and gals are going to be able to hit rank 30. So, you know, everyone has been speculating, like, are they going to be prepared for that? Or are they going to add rank 30 to the game? What are they going to do after rank 30? When, you know, are people just going to stop getting experience? Are you going to get something cool for hitting rank 30? Well, let's find out what they have to say about that.
So when a player hits mastery rank 30, the first thing they'll notice is there's a custom station for them in relays. So there, and Scott, I can let you talk a little bit about this, but the relay blessing feature coming from mastery rank 30 requirements, what's that all about?
It's basically a once a day global to the relay buff for God, I've lost my words. It basically blesses everyone on the relay,
right?
Yeah, everyone on the relay with a booster or a buff of the user's choice. The mastery rank 30 user's choice.
Yeah, so mastery rank 30 players can go out, gather in a relay, hit the bless, and they can choose, like you said, do they want to buff everyone in the relay's damage for that day, perhaps, or affinity, whatever, you know.
I don't think it's a full day. It's there's timers that work.
But once a day they can do it.
Once a day, yes.
Yeah. So mastery rank 30 players will be able to give to the community and put that relay in a position of earning some cool stuff thanks to being mastery rank 30. And I have a little bit of a summarized list here. It's Rebecca art, so don't judge, but just kind of giving everyone context.
Oh, here we go. Here we
sorry.
Go. You ready?
Sorry. Just giving everyone some context into what's going on. Mastery rank 30, you'll get, of course, your true master test. You'll get 3 Umbra Forma. You'll get 15 loadout slots. You'll also get 30 ribbon slots. These are in addition to everything that you could already be capped at. You'll get your very own chat emoji. You'll be getting an emote, the True Master emote that only Mastery Rank 30s can earn. You'll have an ornament for your landing craft, which I'll show you shortly. And you'll get this Relay Blessing feature that we've talked about. And of course, there's going to be a new series of legendary ranks for you to earn. So once you hit 30, as we release more content, you'll be on the path to legendary ranks. So legendary master.
Then you'll qualify for playing the new war, which has actually been in the game for about 4 years, and we've just been waiting for rank 30.
And I'll let you take a look now just at the hood ornament. So you can see the platinum lotus symbol at the front of my scimitar here in the video, so chat can see that.
So that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to grind out to rank 30 to get this stuff. So obviously everyone's all about the hood ornament, right? You can turn your landing craft into a Mercedes-Benz. That's super nice. No, I dig the whole thing about the booster, where if you rank 30, you can go into a relay, you can activate this thing, it will give a buff to everyone who's currently in the relay when you activate it, yourself included. You can pick between a couple of different buffs. And some of these buffs seem to be boosters, like affinity boosters, credit boosters, drop chance boosters, stuff like that. So you can just get like a daily booster as a Mastery Rank 30 player, which is... Wow! Wow, that is a goddamn generous reward. Now, as they said, it's not going to be like a 24-hour duration on this thing. It's going to last... Who knows how long it's going to last? If it's going to be like 30 minutes, or an hour, or 2 hours, who knows? We'll find out. But just the fact that you're just going to let you get a booster for free, like sort of like once per day, that is very generous. It is very generous and super cool. And the fact that, like, if you're in a clan or something, or just in a squad, you can spread it, give that to whoever is with you at the time as well. Love it. Love it. It's gonna be very appreciated. That's very nice. And after that, they introduced something called legendary ranks, which is nice. Or neat. They haven't said a whole lot yet about what that's gonna mean in practice. It seems like they're running with a system similar to Diablo 3, where you have a max rank of 70. Your character can at max reach rank 70. And after that, you can sort of level up further. And with all items and weapons and stuff in the game, they also max out at level 70. So you can't get like level 80 items or stuff. That doesn't exist. But once you hit that cap, you can still continue to get EXP, and you get something called Paragon levels. And Paragon levels is something that like gives you sort of a bonus. You can take the points you get from leveling up to Paragon levels and put them into various sort of buffs for your character. Maybe you can give yourself more health or more energy, as it were in Diablo 3, or mana or whatever. Or you can increase other stats like your vacuum or your pickup radius, or you can increase gold find in Diablo 3, which in this case would be, I don't know, maybe like resource drop rate or something. I'd think that would be kind of cool if Warframe were to instate something similar to that like when you hit your legendary ranks, that you can get some sort of buff for your character the same way that you get in Diablo 3. That like it could give you... God, imagine, right? Imagine universal vacuum. Imagine that you get like sort of like you get to pick and choose between stats that you can buff with your legendary rank points. I kind of don't want them to add more stats the way Diablo does, where you can add like, oh, more armor, more health, more energy, more shield, stuff like that, because that's power creep. But if it's just quality of life stuff that you could add, that would be super cool, and I would be super into that, and I hope they do it that way. Please, DE, do it that way. Don't power creep it. Instead, when you get legendary ranks, just let people get quality of life upgrades. Give people more vacuum range. Give people more drop chance, stuff like that. That would be swell. Oh, I would love it if you did that. Please, DE, listen to this little channel. It's good advice.
If you don't know, in the 2020 year so far, between a mix of a crazy work from home switch, we did release 3 Warframe revised. So depending on which ones you read the dev workshops or the patch notes for, we kind of bucketed 3 areas of revisions for Warframe, whether it be a Railjack revised or 2 more comprehensive general ones. But I wanted to just talk to Scott real quick about the potential for doing a smaller revision pass on Warframe, maybe before.
It feels like a lifetime ago.
It was this year. We did all 3 of these this year.
Still feels like a
long
lifetime.
year. This is a
long year.
I know.
I think as the year wraps up and maybe we're pushing into a new year, we want to definitely have another bundled up revision of things that need to be addressed with the game. I think there's some damage stuff still lurking in there. There's some status stuff that needs to be addressed. There's some abusive strategies with the Warframe powers and power sets. I actually just got a document open up from the community team, which they're compiling a list of Warframe Revisited late 2020. So I'm kind of have a look over it. So I think we're gonna do kind of the same idea, try to pile up a bunch of fixes and changes and buffs to things and put it all together again. So please send in your YouTube videos of all the most abusive strategies,
or the most or abilities that do nothing when you press them. Underpowered.
That's also helpful.
This is very good, and we already have a list of those, so don't worry. But we are looking forward to doing that. And yeah, if you do have something you want to send us, absolutely do. We are ready for it. Okay, we are.
Chat is really excited and nervous.
Yes,
on this topic.
You heard it here first, people. It's gonna be both buffs and nerfs. No, but like I said, they are keeping an eye on the helmet system, and they are keeping an eye on these unused abilities, stuff like that. And I've said all along, they're just collecting more data, and they are going to buff things. Don't worry, people. Be patient. They are going to buff things. They're going to nerf the things that are too strong and are being used too much, and they're going to buff things that aren't being used all that much right now. They need to collect more data to know what the right choices are. Nerfs will come first, buffs will come later. I feel like a broken record, but that's what I've been saying since day one, and that is still what I believe to be the case. The buffs are coming. Just chill, people. The buffs are coming.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like there was the community team formed an army, I think, and kind of advocated for this.
All right, here we go.
It's cool.
I have a very special video for everyone. If you don't know, this video is, from a fan concept. This Dan Sowry Mirage was done by Cleo, who is a amazing fan artist, and we're happy to announce that the skin is now official, which means...
Are you doing this live? Are you scratching this out?
No, I took that video before. But the
very dramatic.
I know. The is now scratched out and it's official. So Cleo is an amazing community artist that they posted several deluxe skin concepts. And this one, I think we needed a Mirage Deluxe, and we worked with Cleo to secure the, whatever needed to be done to make sure this could be official. Worked with Cleo to do a full detail pass, and Mirage Deluxe is coming.
That looks cool. That looks really goddamn cool. I'm probably gonna buy that skin. That looks amazing. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, I want it.
Here we are.
All check out the reveal yourselves.
Dun, dun, dun. Nezha Prime. Nezha, the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
I think we always do a chat link flub, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Now, a couple...
Oh, man!
Custom
What's going
ephemera,
around it?
Yes, so that is a Prime ephemera coming. So you will be able to put that on any Warframe. It's part of the Nezha Prime access. It's actually dragon heads based on the ring.
Oh, look at those! Yeah, oh my god, that's awesome.
That's sick. I love it.
Yeah, so Nezha Prime is coming along with 2 Prime weapons, which we perhaps won't reveal today. We can keep those a secret. But Nezha Prime...
So, to the surprise of absolutely no one, the next announced Warframe Prime was Nezha Prime. We all knew this. People thought it was going to be Nezha Prime at TennoCon. If you look at the order in which Warframes were released, they decided to switch that around and instead do Inaros Prime first. If you just look at the timetables, it should have been first Nezha, then Inaros. They swapped that around. Who knows why? And... so everyone knew that Nezha was going to be next. It was leaked, the new Nezha Prime helmet, in advance. And they even put out a trailer beforehand where they showed off the back disc that he has. So yeah, worst kept secret in the world. Nezha Prime is coming to Warframe. He looks cool, and Nezha is actually a really good Warframe, okay? If you are a sort of new player, and you've gravitated toward, say, for example, a Rhino, which a lot of new players do, then you should know that Nezha is basically just a better version of Rhino. Nezha does everything that Rhino can do, but he does it slightly better. So if you like playing a Rhino, if you like how sort of Rhino works, you should look into getting a Nezha and hunt for Nezha Prime once he drops, because he's very good. He's a very good Warframe, and he can do everything that old tanky boy can do, and he can probably do it better. So yeah, he's coming to the game, and he's gonna be cool.
I also wanted to talk a little bit about something that came up in a couple streams and a couple conversations, is where we're at aspirationally, goal-wise, with Corpus Kingpin, aka Corpus Liches. So,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The lawyers. Go ahead.
There's actually, we're in the works. The content is going for them. Kind of building theme around, we're building on Parvos. So it's kind of building on his existence in the world, and this kind of crew of his squad of lawyers that look out for him, his strong lady lawyers.
Yes, so
with their briefcase guns.
Briefcases, yeah.
So that is kind of the theme we're building on, and I think kind of unlike thematically when you fight them, unlike the Grineer Liches that are based on the Warframe magic, these guys are more tech based. So they'll have pet companions, drones, and kind of 2.0 Zanukas.
Yeah.
Right
You
on.
fight against. So
yeah, and they are.
so it's all in the works.
It's going to be an all-female Corpus line of Parvos is essentially like trusted. I don't really know. We're going to say lawyers, but we mean,
It's like the C-suite.
It's the C-suite.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah, the
C-suite.
C-suite's
So
coming to get you.
Parvos is CFO, CEO in Warframe terms. They're
exactly.
very exciting for that, and yes, they will have their sort of robo friends. So we're kind of calling them the Corpus Lady Liches and their robo friends. And are we aiming to have a connective tissue with Railjack at this point?
That is, yes.
Yeah. So
That's the plan.
So we are planning for that. Of course, we will keep the community updated. We just wanted to give you a bit of a peek into the window of what that's going to look like, just to maybe just give you guys a little bit of a pin to put in something on what we're thinking about for that type of content.
I'm super into this idea. Like, I know there are people out there who don't like the Lich system, and they think it's too much of a grind. I put out a instruction video for like how to farm Liches, which I think is a pretty good video. Okay, I think it's one of the better videos out there for like how to tackle Liches. Go look at it. It's called How to Kill or Convert a Kuva Lich. It's a nice sort of guide video. Yeah. So, I've done my fair share of Lich hunting. I know there are people out there who have done way, way more than I do. But if you just take a look at it, it's like, I've killed quite a lot of Liches at this point. Gotten all the weapons. Now I'm at the point where I'm sort of like grinding out all of the different ephemeras and leveling up all the weapons to the 60% damage bonus. It's fine, people. It's fine if you know what you're doing. So now they're going to add Corpus Liches to the pool, which is probably going to chuck in a bunch of new weapons. I mean, hell, when they did like the Kuva Liches, there was like 16 new weapons to the game. This might be something similar. And this is something I've thought about before, where it's like, I've always sort of thought it a bit weird that the Corpus, at least the enemy faction, doesn't have a whole lot of female characters, right? Because if you look at the friendlies in, for example, Fortuna, you have Yudico, you have Little Duck, you have Zood, or whatever. So, and that's cool. And they're all great. But when it comes to Corpus enemies, there are no women, right? Right? With Grineer, you have Kayla the Thame, you have the Grineer Queens, who are like just the rulers of the Grineer. You have all of that stuff. But with the Corpus, you don't have any women at all in the top tier. It's just like Alad V and Frode Beck and Parvus Granum, and God, what's his name? Temple of Prophet, Jesus. Fortuna. Nef Anyo, there we go. All of those guys. Yeah, it's a total sausage fest. There's just no women there at all. So if they're gonna like do a thing about Corpus Liches and it's like just all women, yeah, that's fucking cool. I'm into that. I like that. That's rad. And they're gonna like toss in Parvus Granum as well and make Parvos sort of like a central thing in this. And they're gonna do like the third orb fight, and Parvos is gonna have like a part of that as well. That's cool. That's cool. Parvus Granum has an amazing voice actor. I'm into that. It's gonna be neat.
So Archwing missions, as they stand, you have your default nodes. Now, I believe, I don't know how much you want to say about that, Scott, but the regular Archwing pre-Railjack missions and where they stand for you.
Yep. They stand with a noose around their neck, waiting for the lever.
Waiting for me to kick the chair out from underneath them.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So they are going to be phased out, perhaps, and Railjack will be the new normal for Archwing integration?
Phased is a very gentle word.
I'm a gentle soul.
Yeah. It'll be much more violent than that.
But yeah, so that concludes our home dev stream number 7. Super appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks for hanging out, guys, from home.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had fun in the relay. It was great to
Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Have a safe Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we do.
State of the world.
Take care of yourselves out there. It's crazy times. We super appreciate your support, patience, and crazy memes you share, all things Warframe. Huge thanks from everyone at DE and, of course, the DE team, all working from home to make all this happen. You guys are the true heroes and truly are making these next few updates very, very special. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to you guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Go team.
Bye.
Bye. See you again soon.
Quite awkward.
Bye. Awkward.